He said Tax Freedom Day is 21st July. Yes, right around now. So, time to celebrate. Or is everything? That means from 1st January onwards, whatever a person earns goes to the government. Is it statistically true, or am I just talking out of my ass? Either they earn after 21st July goes into person's pocket. Is that a true fact every one of you could verify yourself, or are we spreading fake news? And you shouldn't watch this crap. This alone should make you think very, very highly skeptical of anything they claim. WTF? Well, here's the thing, White Raven 4. It's not my claim that everything you earned so far this year goes to the government. It's the OECD, the German Statistical Office, and the German Taxpayers Federation. So now that we got the insults out of the way, let's calm down again, because it's time to celebrate. The German Tax Freedom Day 2023 is right around now. Let's see what it is exactly in this episode of the PerFinEx Financecouch. Man, Reddit was mad at me for saying that everything you earn until mid-July goes, statistically speaking, to the government if you sum up all the mandatory expenses. And only after that, you work for yourself. And you can insult me all you want for that, but it's true. And it's gotten worse and worse every single year. Every year, we all work more for the government and less for ourselves. And before any one of you thinks we are making this up again, this is a source. And this is a website called Google. Maybe you heard about it before. And when typing in BDST, you will find the original source. Or you go to the blog post on our website and find the original sources as well. You're welcome. But what does it really mean in detail that you give everything until mid-July to the government? What's the exact calculation behind that? The German Taxpayers Federation compiled data from the OECD, the German Economic Institute, and much, much more. Reddit doesn't seem to like it. I absolutely love it. So if anyone from the German Taxpayers Federation is watching this video, thank you very, very much for digging through all this data and showing us in a clear picture how much we really get to keep from the money we're earning. Because as far as I'm aware, nobody else is doing that. So thank you very much, and please continue what you're doing so I can educate our community as well. We have 3 different types of households. Singles, non-singles with an average of 2.9 people in the household, and the average household out of the 22.6 million households in Germany with 2.2 people, each with their respective salaries, gross salaries that is. If you earn more than 3,479 euros a month as a single, or 6,110 euros a month as a couple, you earn more than the average. Congrats to all of you who are above that. On top of the gross salary is income from self-employment and capital gains of 90 to 181 euros a month. That's what you earn statistically, and that is the basis to calculate your deductions. Just one more thing is added on top, the social security contributions of your employer. Quiz question for you. And if you can answer this, you're really, really good. We say in almost every video that social security contributions are split 50-50 between employee and employer, right? Then why is the company paying more in social security than the employee in this chart? How many pillars of social security do you pay for from your payslip? 4. Public pension, unemployment insurance, health insurance, and care insurance. And how many pillars are there in the German social security system? 4. No, 5. The accident insurance that is paid for 100% by the employer. And on top of that, there's parental leave, sick leave, and some other stuff that you don't pay for as an employee, but the employer does. And that's why his share is higher in this chart. So we are working with a little over 4,300 euro total income for single households, 6,700 for non-single households, and almost 6,500 euro for the average household. All monthly, of course. And now comes the fun part, the deductions we're all paying. What you can see on your payslip is the deduction for income tax, and maybe even solidarity tax and church tax. 573 euros in total. And 626 euros for your 50% of social security. This is the number you could decrease by switching to the private health insurance if your salary is above 66,600 euro gross. Let us know if we can help you in finding the best private health insurance plan for you. But other than that, Social Security is fixed. And now, before any one of you goes full TikTok mode and starts calling me a liar again,
I pay less taxes, you liar.
please keep in mind that those are statistical values. Your personal payslip can have different numbers, of course. But the logic is the exact same, and that's the point here. Factoring in the deductions from your payslip, we are right around 45% deductions. And I'm very happy the German Taxpayers Federation is calculating that way, because we do that too, and it's the correct way to calculate. Some of you guys keep commenting that you only pay 50% of Social Security, thinking that it has no impact on your salary. But now you can hopefully see that it does. And this is what we're trying to explain all the time. That's why we use always the entire percentage of Social Security, like the German Taxpayers Federation is doing here. Just imagine for a moment that public pension contributions or public health insurance contributions would double overnight. Don't you think your employer would have to decrease your salary? Or if Social Security contributions split in half overnight, I would increase the salary of my employees accordingly. Maybe your company wouldn't, but I'm sure there are plenty of companies who would. How does Germany compare internationally? In Europe, only Belgium has higher deductions for single households. And for 2 working adults with 2 kids, we are in 4th place after Belgium, Italy and France. If anyone from Belgium is watching, man, you poor guys with up to 56.4% in deductions. But wait, there's more deductions here in Germany. Roughly 9% are still missing. And those are for what exactly? All types of indirect taxes and almost taxes, like the GEZ Rundfunkbeitrag. It's a fee and not a tax, but we all have to pay it anyway. So it's a deduction and it doesn't matter what it's called. What kind of indirect taxes are we paying for here in Germany? Value-added tax is certainly the biggest one. The 19% standard rate or the 7% reduced rate you pay on some basic goods. I talked with Julian from Fedder in our PerFinEx podcast about the value-added tax on medication here in Germany. Link to our PerFinEx podcast is in the description if you're interested. We have energy tax, tobacco tax, coffee tax, alcohol tax, electricity tax, an extra beer tax, a fun tax, and I'm not even kidding. Germany has a fun tax, Vergnügungssteuer. And then there's other taxes too, which basically tax you twice if you think about it fundamentally. When you buy a property, either for yourself or as an investment, you do that with money that you pay taxes on already, right? So why is there ground purchasing tax? If you buy an investment property, it's tax deductible, so you don't care that much. But for people that want to buy a home for themselves, it's just a really unnecessary burden, as is the inheritance tax. The wealth you accumulate over your lifetime is usually built on taxed money. So why is there inheritance tax taxing us twice? Government is a little greedy here, if you ask me. Anyway, all these indirect taxes add up to statistically 375 euros a month, which brings your total burden to right around 53% depending on the household type. And if you work 53% of the time for the government, the Tax Freedom Day, the day you start earning for yourself for the very first time of the year, is mid-July. I'm curious to know what Reddit has to say. This time, greetings to our Germany.